Hello guys. Every language has its own unique features. And so when you learn a foreign language and use the language not knowing about the features, you can make a mistake. I'll provide some examples. First, here is an English word change. When I ask my students in elementary and intermediate Korean classes, for the meaning of the word change, then in Korean, then most of them say that 바꾸다, 바꾸다. So when I asked to translate these two English sentences into Korean, most of them they say 나는 계획을 바꿨어요. using 바꾸다. 저는 계획을 바꿨어요. 날씨가 바꿨어요. 날씨가 바꿨어요. This one is okay, but this one is not okay. Why? Actually, for the English word change, we have two Korean words, 바꾸다, 바뀌다. Like, as in sentence number one, when change takes an object, like my plans in this sentence, then we use 바꾸다. 나는 계획을 바꿨어요. But as in sentence number two, when change doesn't take an object, in this case, we use 바뀌다, 바뀌다. So it should be said in Korean, 날씨가 바뀌었어요. 날씨가 바뀌었어요. The relation between changes in sentence number one and number two is the same with catch and to be caught. So, for example, when catch takes an object, a thief, in this case we say 잡다. So 도둑을 잡았어요. However, when the word catch is used without any object, in this context we use 잡히다, not 잡다. 잡히다. 도둑이 경찰한테 잡혔어요. Okay, so going back to change and change has both functions, and for each function we have a different Korean word. Please remember this. And if I use another example using a Korean word, 일어나다. What is the meaning of 일어나다? 일어나다 can represent many English phrases. That means represent many different situations. For example, get up, sit up, stand up, wake up, and more. For example, let's say 저는 새벽 3시에 일어났어요. Maybe a Korean knowing the meaning of 일어나다, then in English, the Korean one may say, I woke up at 3 a.m. Correct, right? Also, in this context, the Korean can say 일어나다 using wake up, woke up. However, there are situations, there are cases, there are contexts. Here, 자리에서, from my seat, 일어나다 can mean stand up, get up, or sit up. Even so, I mean that not knowing the usages of 일어나다 for stand up, get up, sit up, it can happen. The Korean can say walk up, even in the cases, even when the person should say stand up, get up, or sit up. Am I clear? If I look up the meanings of 일어나다 in the dictionary, as you see, there are many different meanings for 일어나다 in English. So, when we learn a foreign language, it's very important to build vocabulary. However, it is also very important to learn about the appropriate usages of the word in a sentence, meaning-wise and grammar-wise. So please try to look up example sentences when you study a new word. 오늘은 여기까지. 감사합니다.